what's happening. What it would have looked like. All right, we're on the Ascent. Wow, that's amazing. Hey everybody, it's Hannah. Today we're gonna go see the Colosseum, Palatine Hill, and the Roman Forum. It's gonna be really, really cool. So I'll show you all around what we see. We just watched a little movie. I'll insert a little clip here. We're about to watch this video, which I won't film, but it's gonna tell us what we're gonna see today.
It's going to be
Kind of like an informational. Okay.
video about the Colosseum.
Okay. I didn't want to film the whole movie, but it was basically like kind of an introduction to some of the stuff we're going to see and what it would have looked like way back in the day. So let's go check it out. You're welcome to pause here if you want to look at this more in depth. And so this is the Colosseum, right? They said
That's right.
that's its name, also like better known as the Colosseum. So that's Palatine. Palatine?
There's no
End. Palatium.
No.
Palatium. Palatium. And then up here is going to be Roman Forum. So the Roman Forum was, correct me if I'm wrong, like the center of ancient Rome.
That's right.
If you'd like to read, feel free to pause it as I go through. This is art of Augusto Constantino. Is this one?
I bet we'll get a better picture from the
Yes. This is cool. So I don't remember if I said this part that we're seeing right now is the Roman Forum. And so this, I guess here, was considered the symbolic center of the city. Yeah, there's the entrance to the underworld. Right down there.
Vous m'entendez mieux? Voilà. Donc, ce temple, de toute façon, voilà, vous l'avez en face de vous, mais je vais vous expliquer. Donc, c'est le temple de Saturne. C'est l'un des plus anciens.
All right, so this is another view of the Temple of Saturn that I showed you earlier. So, what I learned in the video, where it did like digitized versions of what it would have looked like. So it probably went all the way there to that corner, just with the columns like that, and there probably was like an interior building that went with it. Just fascinating. I mean, it's just fascinating to see all this stuff that's like from ancient Rome. It's obviously like falling apart and stuff, but like you can still see engravings on some stuff like this here. It's really just really, really incredible. So I'll try to get a close-up of this. You can pause and read that if you'd like. And if you wouldn't like, this was a podium where people gave speeches, like public speeches and stuff like that. Wow, beautiful. Gives you an idea of what the Forum's honorary columns look like. It's the last monument to have been raised in the square and to remain standing for centuries. Interesting. That is interesting. Obviously, they've added this to protect it, I guess. Wow. Oh, maybe it's that. So we don't 100% know what's up here, but it just didn't say, but maybe like little places where people sold stuff. I don't know. The Palatine Hill.
which is where the well-to-do built their large homes and lived.
So that's what we'll see later, but I just wanted to give you a view of it from
Pretty
down
soon.
here. Yeah. So all these are honorary bases. They were dedicated to somebody, but we don't know who because the dedicatory has disappeared.
The dedicatory inscriptions.
The dedicatory inscriptions. I don't know Italian words. That wasn't an Italian word, I just don't know fancy words. So that's what this thing was. Basilica Julia. It was a building to be used as a covered space for all kinds of different social functions, begun by Julius Caesar in 54 BC. So I showed you that a minute ago from the side. So this was to celebrate the victory of the Romans over the Latin League at the Battle of Lake Regillus. So that's this up here. I'll get a better view of it when we go around.
After the Christianity took over, it turned into an orbit. What is an oratory? Small chapel.
So you're saying there would have been a ramp there?
I assume, yeah, this would have been way on that side gone up
Okay.
to the hill palaces.
So the ramp would have been right there up to where the palaces are. Any information in this video is just our best guess at the time and may or may not be 100% accurate. All right, we're on the ascent to Palatine Hill. Check out this fountain. Amazing. Look at all that. Wow. So there's that you can read about the fountain. This must be the garden they were talking about. You can pause that to read. Beautiful.
Beautiful.
The palace gardens. Absolutely stunning.
Okay, thank you.
All right, we're on top of Palatine Hill and we can see down into the Roman Forum where I was walking you through earlier. Check it out. And then, here's where we're going next. It's happening. So what I learned today from Madison was that they took bricks from the Colosseum to build other buildings. So that's partially why it looks like that, I guess. It's hard to really communicate over a picture or video how massive this thing is, but you can see all those people there, and then there's people there. It's massive and goes around. It's amazing. So security was pretty tight. We went through a metal detector plus a bag check scanner, and then they scanned our tickets twice and looked at it once.
Yeah.
So anyway, here we go. So they have, and they do lots of guided tours. That the line for groups and guided tours was much longer, and they've got these little meeting points through there, and I guess they send you to a meeting point to meet your guide. Wow. So what was here in the center, do you know? The floor, that's just like the...
That would have been underground.
Okay.
So there was at least one underground level where everything would be prepared. The gladiators would be there before the matches.
Okay.
The animals, they had lions and tigers and different animals.
And so there would have been a floor
underneath.
on top of this.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Colosseum floor would have been on top of all of these.
And
rooms
that was like
seeing.
a basement level.
You're right. And there were trap doors
Oh.
where things you could come up. There's
Okay.
an elevator in the middle
Wow.
that would bring people up. It's depicted in the movie Gladiator.
Wow. Unbelievable.
A lot of there's scholarly debate about one thing, which is that they could potentially flood the Colosseum with, I don't know, several feet, 5 feet, I don't know how much of water, so they could have boat battles. But some people don't think
Interesting.
that actually would have happened.
Interesting.
I'm not sure if there's a consensus on what's most likely.
Yeah.
A lot of people will say.
So there would have been like something sort of similar to, like an awning or a tarp. And so this is the tall side over there. And so it would have gone all the way around with a hole in the middle, but it would have covered everybody watching from the rain.
It was retractable, so
Yeah.
if the weather was good, they would pull it back.
Yeah.
And if it was not, they employed sailors who were good with ropes and
Oh,
sails
smart.
to
Okay.
handle that when needed.
Fragmentary column, perhaps from the imperial box, 1st to 2nd century.
Touch it.
Huh?
Touch it. An emperor could have touched that.
Wow, that's amazing.
Right there.
Right there.
Could have scratched his back on the column.
He could have.
Roman handrails for the Colosseum.
Amazing.
Prevent people from falling from the stairs up to their seat. Down.
There's the awning we're talking about. It says it was used for shade, but we're assuming it's used for both shade and rain. That's a whole bunch of them.
The box seats.
Yeah, box seats there where the, I guess
Fancy
the
folks.
fancy
Although I
folks
bet
were
the
in.
emperors would have probably been close.
Yeah,
Down low.
yeah. Maybe so. Here's some info about the underground levels. You can pause and watch or read. So you're saying it does, it does say that about...
It says when the wooden arena was replaced by masonry, aquatic spectacles were no longer
Okay, so
presented.
the water stuff did happen. Wow, counterweights for freight elevators from the underground levels. 3rd century. That's incredible. That's amazing.
Support for the hoist.
Wow.
You see the
Wow. Wow. That's unbelievable. So here's about the hierarchy of seats. You can pause that and read, but basically the best seats are down here for like the senators and everybody, and the lower in class you get, the higher your seat gets. And admission was free. Wow.
17. Only one ration of wine's allowed. They have fountains.
Up to the 3rd level, yeah. All right. Viewer snacks. And there were water fountains up to the 3rd level. Alright, this next wall of stuff is graffiti made by spectators. I don't know how much you can see on camera. There's the legs there. That's amazing.
What they do here with chisels?
Yes.
There's these. Maybe it's real soft rock.
That is really cool. Wow, it's marble.
Had to have.
Yeah.
Where are all their noses going?
Good question. Pause it to read. It's incredible. So from what we understand, there were potentially like families that lived here in the Colosseum at some point. Maybe they turned it into like apartments or something like that. I don't know. It was the rich people in medieval times, you say, that
That's what it says.
lived here in the Colosseum. Amazing. Just incredible. Alright, you can pause to read here. Over there's where we were earlier. There's a little bit of a better view of the underground areas. Try to zoom in. Oh, I zoomed out.
Picture that gets the height as well.
Yeah.
The rest of it.
Yeah, see? It's crazy. Alright, that's the Colosseum, and everything is just like, it's hard to put into words how incredible it is to be here and see all this in person. I feel like I'm still kind of processing it, but it's just really, I don't know the right word, but it was really amazing and really incredible. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you soon.